Hello. Actually, no, we need audio. There we go. Hello, guys and girls, and welcome to the Facebook F8 live stream. Myself, Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis here, and of course, my buddy Nathie. Say hello, dude.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So today we're going to be live streaming the whole event. So as soon as the live stream starts from Facebook, which is in around sort of 30 minutes, we're going to be watching it, and then we'll put it on the screen as well so you can see it, and then our little face cam windows will go right into the corner, and then you can see the whole keynote, and then you can see our reactions at the same time. So I hope you guys and girls are having an awesome day. We're so looking forward to seeing what happens today at this Facebook F8 conference. I'm pretty excited about it. How do you feel about it, Nathie? Are you pretty excited about this event?
Of course, I'm very, very excited. I'm also very skeptical, of course. You know me, so we'll see. Maybe some new surprises next to like the Go, you know, like in terms of games. I'm always very curious about the content, so we'll see.
Okay, so they said that you're a bit loud, so I've just turned you down a bit. So
Okay.
hopefully that'll be okay. Is that better now, guys? I've turned Nathie down a bit so he doesn't just completely overload your senses. That should be a lot better now.
It's kind of confusing to hear that because I think on my side, my stream, like this chat, everyone is very excited, but am I too loud? I think I'm fine, right? Audio-wise, am I fine, guys? Let me know.
You should be okay now because you're peaking around the same sort of level that I am now. So
yeah, I like to lick my microphone, you know, that's what I do.
Yeah. So if you can let me know in the chat that the audio levels have kind of leveled out a little bit now, and let me know if you can hear the music in the background as well, and that's not too overpowering or too distracting for you. But let's just quickly go over what we're going to be doing today. So obviously we're going to be talking about Facebook F8, what that is, what they do, when that happens, and where it is. Also, we're going to be talking about predictions about what they're going to be talking about F8. Also, we're going to be talking about the Oculus Go, obviously, because that's going to be the major announcement of today, of course. And we know a lot of information about the Oculus Go that's freely been sort of shared out there already. So I can sort of regurgitate a lot of that information to you guys so you're up to date with everything you need to know. And then also we've got a few concerns as well, like what are we concerned about with these announcements? Is there something going to be that's maybe not so exciting or maybe a little bit worrying, or is the Go going to be available in Europe and the UK on launch, for example, as well? So we're going to be talking about those kind of things and hopefully have a lot of fun. So like we've got maybe sort of 28 minutes until this F8 stream properly starts. So if you want to grab some snacks or like go for a bathroom break or grab a drink, like now is the time to do it. So I've got my my popcorn ready. So I've got some snacks. I've got some little chocolate macaroons as well. If you like coconut, that's really nice. Some Coke and some water, and I am strapped in and ready to go for the long term. So have you got your snacks ready, Nathie? I'm intrigued.
I have like this classic, like this is what I always drink, right? This is the only thing I have. Like some
I don't even want to say what I think that looks like.
By the way, on my stream, like this sounds funny, but on my stream site, they like your tiles, your like light setup.
Oh yeah, they're called Nano Aurora. Lights. They're like light panels, and they're completely modular. So you can basically clip them all together and make any pattern you want, and then they all light up. So if you wanted to, you could just have a whole wall like full of these things.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then it's connected to your brain.
Directly connected to my brain. So whenever
if you are very happy with this stream, then it lights up more.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to just see who's in my chat. Obviously, we've got Rowdy in the chat as well. That guy is Will VR, Paradise Decay, some regulars, Andreas and Aronson, and also some N Dependent. He says, so it starts in 28 minutes. Well, the actual official stream starts in 28 minutes. We're just sort of warming you guys up, getting you prepared. You know, we're like the fluffer. Before the main event. we're gonna get you nice and warmed up, and then Facebook are gonna give it some real beans, and then hopefully we're all gonna have some fun. So let me know in the chat. Make sure you can hear us loud and clear, and we're gonna have some fun. You can ask us some questions if you want, but like I say, the actual official stream isn't going to start for another maybe 25 minutes. So grab yourself a drink, some snacks, because snacks are way important, and we can get the show on the road. Andreas Aronson. It's the pre-show. Exactly. We're like the warm-up act.
Yeah.
So Darren Healy asks, how are you both doing tonight? How are you doing, Nathie? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
We're both doing very fine. Thank you for asking, Darren.
Yeah.
How are you doing is more important, I think. How are you doing today? Is it morning or is it evening for you? Because it's evening for us, but it's morning for the people that are in the US at this conference right now, because they're in San Jose.
Yeah, America's very big, you know?
Yeah. And we've got Barry from Facebook. His name is Switch in the chat. Hey, dude, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. So let's, while we're sort of warming up for the main event, let's talk about what F8 actually is, right?
Oh, that's a good one. What is it?
Because F8 is actually a yearly conference that is held by Facebook. They do it every year. It's called F8 every year as well, so it doesn't go up in numbers, by the way, if you were thinking that. They had the same conference last year, held at the same as the McHenry Convention Center in San Jose. It's actually the same location where they hosted Oculus Connect 4 as well, which I was fortunate enough to go to. So they love that place to talk about technology and their new announcements. So that's where they're hosting it today. What we know from stuff that is leaked already, or stuff that we've seen already on the internet and like Reddit and Twitter and stuff like that, is that some attendees that are going to the event over the next 2 days, so today and tomorrow, are going to get a free go. That has already been confirmed. Like everyone who goes to Oculus F8 will get a free go. So they'll be able to collect their free goes tomorrow from 2 p.m. So that's awesome. Like we already know, based on that leak alone, that the Go is launching today. So everyone can kind of chill out. We know it's going to happen. It's just whether or not it's going to happen in your region or not. It's the thing.
That's what I'm very curious of, because it would be kind of sad to have like a launch maybe a week or 2 weeks later for the Go in Europe.
Yeah.
So I really hope that you can just at least buy them on the internet and then just like as you said, if there's like some kind of warehouse in Ireland, because that's usually where it came from. When I bought my Rift CV1, I always saw that on my like email, you know, it came all the way from Ireland. So in case they have a lot of Go's there, then it's gonna be easy peasy. But if it's gonna be something like, oh, I need to pre-order one and it comes out of America, we'll see. I'm very curious. Let's hope they just want to like sell this around the globe from the start, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like you're totally right about that, because Oculus do have a big sort of space in Dublin where you know they ship a lot of sort of parts out. They ship Rifts from there as well to the UK and Europe. So I'm really hoping that they're going to have a lot of stock of Go's ready for the European and UK launch. So if they do say that you can order one today, then hopefully it's going to ship from there and it's going to be with you in a couple of days. Fingers crossed. If it's just US only, then I'm going to get pretty upset. That is for sure. I'm going to get triggered over that. But because we already know, this is the thing, like we already know, like friends of ours that are in the US stateside, like VR Gamer Dude and PSVR Frank, they already actually have their hands on an Oculus Go this very second. Before the event even starts, they've got one in their hands. So they managed to go into Best Buy and convince someone there to obviously sell it to them, and they've actually got them. So we've got Let's Go Outside. He's in the chat, and he's actually lives in Ireland, so he's really happy that he might get his hands on one earlier than the rest of us. Rowdy Guy goes, Michael, go to the US to beat up Facebook. I'll send Rowdy to do that. He's my muscle. There you go, Facebook. You've got something to worry about. I'll set a Rowdy on you if we don't get.
He's getting rowdy, and watch out.
He does. He gets very triggered. So yeah, that is F8. Normally, obviously, hosted by Mark Zuckerberg, the main man himself, the Zuck.
The Zuck.
He's the Zuck. He's there normally, opening the thing. He also opened Oculus Connect as well, last October. And then you've got like the main players like Jason Rubin and Hugo Barra and was it Brendan Uribe? You know, they normally come on stage and give their speeches as well about Oculus, and maybe even Carmack might make an appearance as well, because the Oculus Go is like Carmack's baby. Like, this is what he's been working on for such a long time now. So it must be pretty exciting for him to finally be here on the launch of the device, to then go up to the stage and hopefully talk about it. But he's quite a reserved guy. He's normally a bit of a shy guy, so whether he'll do that or not, I don't know. But it'll be very interesting if he does. I do really love Carmack. I think he's a great guy.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like the people, like the team from Facebook Spaces is also going to maybe like turn up on stage, because they recently updated Facebook Spaces, you know, like they rebranded the whole thing. So I'm sure they want to bring that to the Go as well, you know, like that's the thing with Facebook. They want to bring that social side of VR to the platform more and more. So the Oculus Go is definitely going to be a step forward in terms of like socializing in VR.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think you're right. Like Facebook Spaces, you know, whether you like Facebook or not, like I think Facebook Spaces is going to be an integral part of whether the Go is a big success or not, because, you know, everyone's got a Facebook account, let's be honest about it. And it's going to be a very easy way to communicate with people and feel like you're actually with them, right? So there's the sense of presence, the sense that you're with that person and having a chat with them in a private location and sharing content with each other as well is super important. Because like right now you've got like FaceTime, which is obviously fantastic, and it's a great way to communicate with people for free. But it's very, you know, it's difficult to share content with each other when you do a FaceTime call. Whereas if you do like a Facebook Spaces chat, then you can change the environment around you and you can show them pictures, you can show them comments from a live stream. It's very interactive. But personally, you know, I think VR chat did it better. You know, they sort of had that mass appeal, like especially on like the main sort of headsets in like the Vive and the Rift. And I don't think Facebook has really taken off on those platforms that much, whereas VR chat has really dominated. But you know, with this mobile space, maybe it'll be the other way around, because I don't think VR chat is going to be coming out the gates for Go. So Facebook and some other applications like Big Screen, you know, that are very social, maybe the ones that really dominate when the Go actually launches.
Depends, you know, like Altspace just got bought by like Windows or Microsoft, so I don't know what the relationship is there. Like maybe it takes, maybe they first want to push their own social app and then maybe give the others also, but give themselves a head start basically, you know, with Facebook Spaces. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah.
And we just got some comments in the chat, some people talking about Beat Saber, because we can talk about it now. It actually came out. So
you can talk about it now?
I can talk about it now. It came out like 40 minutes ago, whereas we discussed it on the podcast. Well, we couldn't discuss it on the podcast last weekend. We were all very cryptic about it, but we're all like really enjoying that game. I think, you know, personally, I really love that game. So today is like a big day for VR, really. You've got like this huge event that's happening, the Oculus Go launching, and then you've got Beat Saber, this like proper cool game coming out on the same day. It's a legit good game. Like seriously, in my top 5 VR games, like that's how good it is. Launching today as well. So I think today is like a really exciting day for the VR industry, and I'm very excited to be a part of it. You know, doing a stream like this, sharing my opinions and talking about it is it feels really, really magical in a way. I'm sure you probably feel the same way about it, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're a little more excited than me.
Of course.
But I am getting more excited when this stuff is hitting in Europe as well. Like for now it feels like far away, you know? When it comes a little closer. Like I would love to hear them say like, you know what? We are now selling them in the stores in Europe too, because here in Europe, like you don't really see headsets laying in the store. It's kind of rare. It doesn't happen that much, at least not here in the Holland land. There are some stores where you have like a PlayStation VR or maybe a Rift or a Vive, but it's rare. Usually you don't see them laying around in stores. So when this like usually when there's like a big launch of Nintendo or PlayStation, they always have them right under the counter and they can just, you know, sell them. So that's why it's so nice to hear that they say like, hey, Go is coming out, and bam, there they are. They have them all in stock from the start.
Well, if that happens, the stream may end early, because I'll be running out of the door to go and get one.
Yeah, he's just running away instantly.
See ya, bye.
Maybe Palmer is like knocking on your door. He's like, hey, congratulations, here's your free Vive. And also a free Rift. Free Vive, and Rift, and a PlayStation VR, the whole package.
You see this? Like Nathie's trying to turn me to the dark side. That's what he's trying to do.
No, I wanted to say
that...
Rift, but like Vive's like some kind of like brainwashed in my head. So I usually say that out of the blue.
And this is the funny thing, as much as like Nathie says that I'm an Oculus fanboy, he is for sure a Vive fanboy. So we're both fanboys from different camps, but as long as we're fanboys for VR, then that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Just wait for Santa, Nathie. Yeah, thanks, Rowdy. Thanks.
Yeah, so Paradise Decay says in the chat, Beat Saber is my game of the year so far. And to be fair, like I would say that you're pretty much on the money there, dude. Like out of VR releases this year so far, it's definitely way up there. It's so much fun. I think the only concern I have about the game as a whole is like how long that honeymoon period will last for, because like I'm in love with the game right now. Yeah. But how long will that honeymoon period last for? Because there is only 10 tracks right now. But like even though those 10 tracks, you know, I've been playing them like non-stop, but I'm pretty sure they're going to add new tracks to that game over time. So that game will keep on adding and adding and adding.
It's like the new Audio Shield. Like Audio Shield back in the days was like the best rhythm-based VR experience you could have. Yeah. And now this shows that there's like a next level to that. It's so epic. It's like one of the most epic titles I've ever played. Like I wanted to like strap 2 of my controllers, so I had like that Darth Maul kind of like lightsaber thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be.
But then
so cool.
It's kind of hard to slice and dice then. But I'm sure they are going to add like more to it. I hope it's not going to be only Beat Saber, but also more like, let's say you have like that sword, that lightsaber from. Kylo Ren, for example. Right. You know, where you can kind of play around with the sides as well. Yeah. And you can kind of, I don't know what, like, in the end, they're Beat Sabers, not lightsabers. So they already did it right.
So they could change them up a bit. Yeah, that is a really good idea, actually. But yeah, it's funny. Like, so if you're interested, like Beat Saber come out today as well. Like, you can go and check that out. That's available right now. But also I did a video on the channel, you can check it out. It's like I recorded it in mixed reality view, so it looks really, really cool. And I also did my first person view in the corner as well, so you see it from not only like a mixed reality view, but also the first person view in the corner as well. It's a sick video, like something that I was really proud of. I did like a lot of work on that one. But so if you're interested, you can go check that out. But don't do it now, do it later. Stay with us now on the live stream.
So we also have I know him very well, Tim Moulart. He says, very excited for the live stream, going to watch it together with you guys. Just saw Reddit was being flooded by posts that say Best Buy sells the Go already. Let's hope for the Media Markt soon. That's like one of the big like stores here in the Netherlands and Germany as well. But it's funny, he's a developer working for the Virtual Dutchman. And when my Vive broke back in the days, they were the ones that I could use one of their Vives for a while. So they're very really helpful, but they also make really cool stuff. You know, it's so thanks for joining us on the stream. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, yeah. And also, like on my stream, we've got Fluke Roggy. He says that the 64 gig model is going to be $249. So that's really interesting to know, because I thought my prediction was going to be $299 US for the 64 gig model. So that's really interesting. Hopefully it'll equate to the same in British pounds. We've also got Jake Mead in the chat. This is a guy's son that I used to work with. He's been talking about the Oculus Go, and he's looking forward to getting one when they release, so he's very excited. So hey to you, Jake. Nice to see that you've joined the stream.
Yeah.
So let's see. Zim reports that the F8 stream is now available to start. They're likely doing a soft start. So let me just check that this end and see if that is the case. Nothing this end so far.
I just broke my stream a bit. Sorry about that, guys. I will fix it right now. I just clicked some random buttons. What did I do? What happened? Help! I was like, I'm just gonna mess around because I need to wait. But that's what happens when you need to wait.
We've probably got like about 10 minutes before the official Facebook stream starts. So we've got a few things we want to cover before that officially starts. But now is a great time. If you want to grab some snacks, grab something to eat, grab something to drink. Have a little bathroom break, get ready to strap in for the main event, and then we can talk a little bit more. So let's talk quickly about predictions. Obviously, we know pretty much for definite now that the Go is going to be announced and it's going to be released to buy straight away. But what do you think else they might talk about at the show? Do you think they might mention Santa Cruz or any other sort of headsets, or do you think they would stay away from doing something like that to stop any confusion, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know. I think they are really going to, well, focus on what the Go can do. And they really want to show off what they have been developing so far. You know, like this F8 conference. It's for developers. You know, so it's not like consumers are really watching this. Like you got the early adopters and fans of like the VR industry, but it's not. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be like mostly focused on development stuff and like content and things like that. But I'm sure they will surprise. It's like it will be like a light stream, you know, and they're not going really deep into like the art of development. I hope at least, because then people have no clue what they are talking about anymore. But I think they're gonna just balance it out in a way, you know. So we'll see.
Like I think you're right. I think they'll spend probably most of the event talking about the Oculus Go. I don't think they'll be talking much about Santa Cruz. I don't think they'll be talking much about maybe games that are coming to Rift. Maybe they'll do like a little trailer reel of maybe some sort of snippets of games coming to Rift. They might even mention Beat Saber as it's like releasing today. That would be very interesting indeed. But let's talk about what we know about the Go already, because there's a lot of information out there that we know about the Go already, because they announced it like Oculus Connect 4 late last year. They then gave public demos at GDC earlier this year. Unfortunately, neither of us could go, but a lot of our friends went and they had a great time there. But what we do know about the Oculus Go is that it's going to come in two models. There's the 32 gig model and a 64 gig model. The 32 gig model is going to be starting at 199 bucks, which will probably equate to 199 pounds in the UK. And then the 64 gig model, we've just had it confirmed by Luke Rogge, so thanks for letting us know, will be $249. So that's a great price, because I was expecting them to jump it up another 100 bucks for that storage. But I think really, if you're going to get one and you're a serious gamer, then the 64 model is the one to get, right? Because bearing in mind there's like 1,000 Gear VR applications already available that are going to be compatible with your Oculus Go. Of course, you're going to be filling that thing up really quick. And you know, games are going to be fairly small, like maybe 200 to 500 megabytes, but still you want to put a lot of games on there. You're going to want to put a lot of movies on there as well, I would imagine. So yeah, I would say go for the 64 gig model personally.
Yeah, for sure. So so Hangmin Cho says that he expects them to do little updates on Facebook Spaces, of course talk about the Oculus Go, and maybe a glimpse of the Santa. Right.
Yeah, so yeah, that would be cool if they do show it off. It's funny because they were giving demos of the Santa Cruz at GDC, but everyone that tried it had to sign a non-disclosure agreement that they wouldn't talk about it. But it was funny because Caleb from Reality Check VR, he did a really funny video where he kind of muted like his voice. He was like talking about it, but he muted. And then he just kind of said that out of all the standalone headsets he's tried so far, the Santa Cruz is like next level, basically. So he was very excited about it. Yeah. He's a nice guy. But what else do we know about the Oculus Go? So Oculus have partnered with Exumi, and they're actually distributing the Oculus Go in their own form in China. It's actually going to be called the Mi, M-I, in China. And it's going to have a different store, but it will look exactly the same. So it's interesting, we've got two basically different headsets here. We've got the Oculus Go that's going to be for the Western market, and then we've got the Exumi Mi, which is for the China market. And they're going to have different stores and different applications. So it's going to be really interesting how they perform. And it's funny because the Oculus Go, when you actually look at it underneath the strap on one of the sides, it's got the Mi logo on it, MI logo on it. So even if you buy an Oculus Go today, I believe it still has that MI logo on it. So there you have it.
That's funny. Also, looking at the chat, Paradise DK says, tell Toxic Mike he needs mods. And Astronomy Live says, I'm hoping the Go achieves enough mass adoption to keep multiplayer game servers filled for longer after release, with lots of titles cross-compatible with US Rift users. Right.
Fair enough. Yes, Paradise Decay, yes, you're right, I do need a mod. And if you're up for the challenge, then of course I'll make you a mod, and then you can sort out the unruly chair. Like, Rowdy's in there as well, so you know, if he gets too rowdy, then you can deal with him as well. I'll give you the power to do that.
We'll put you in prison.
I don't actually know how to do that right now, but I will make sure I do it in future because you're right. I do need a mod, especially with so many people in the chat right now.
Yeah.
So let's talk more about what we know about the Oculus Go. So we know that the Oculus Go is going to have access to the full library of Gear VR titles. There's maybe like a handful of Gear VR titles that aren't going to be supported, but most of like the good ones are all going to be supported. Like there's a very small case where if it isn't supported, it will say it on the Oculus Store. But 99% of Gear VR apps are going to be compatible with the Oculus Go. Mm-hmm. But the thing that the Oculus Go has up its sleeve, which is this little like trick card, is the fact that it's going to be up to 72 hertz refresh rate. So to put that into perspective, the Rift is 90 hertz. And the Go is going to be 60 hertz, but they can boost up to 72. And from what I understand is when those applications do boost up to 72 hertz, it is very noticeable and the screen sort of clarity is much greater. And I think it's games like Catan and Antshar Online that have this capability to do that. So that's going to be very interesting as well.
Yeah.
But what we do know is obviously that the Go is a Gear VR at heart, you know, that's it's using the same store essentially, but you don't need a Samsung phone to power it. You know, if you were going to buy a Samsung Galaxy S8 right now and a Gear VR headset, that's going to cost you around sort of $800 to $1,000, whereas this is all in $200, $250 for the 64 gig model.
So cheap.
And it's accessible to everyone. And this is what I'm so excited about as well, is the fact that I can put this in my bag, take it to a pub, take it to a friend's house, take it to my parents, and finally show them firsthand this crazy thing called VR that I've been banging on about for like the last year, and actually let them experience it for themselves. You know,
it's not like you need to put your computer into your pockets again.
Exactly, like it's just not possible. Like this thing's full of water. Like there's no way I can even carry it downstairs.
Hey guys, gotta have a huge teapot with some cables here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Funny stuff. So, just looking at the chat, everyone is very excited, that's for sure.
Yeah, they should be.
What size battery does it have?
Well, that is a very good question. We don't know exactly right now, but we think, from what we've heard so far, that you're going to get at least a 4 to 5 hours playtime on this thing before you need to recharge it. So that's not confirmed, but that's the rumor right now. So we'll confirm that hopefully during the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, 4 to 5 hours on a single charge would be great. Would be really great. I'd be happy with that.
Or you can maybe like hook the cable up, and then if the cable is long enough, you can still play in a way. That could be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see if that would work or not.
Like then you just have a cable, I know, but if it's long enough, then
yeah, if you're like sitting next to a power socket, then you're going to be fine.
Not?
Yeah. So so let's.
We want Nathie at F8. You want me to come up stage? Sure, I can do that.
Yeah.
maybe Maybe I step out of my room. This is just a
green screen. It's just a facade. It's all fake.
It's all fake.
Yeah. It's all fake.
It's funny, guys. Like I know you want me to like maybe do a dance there, but sorry, I can't do it. But I told Mike, like, I was hoping that Palmer Luckey was going to come up on stage and just do something crazy. I don't know. Yeah. It would be fun, right? Like,
but it's funny, like, you joke, though. Like, Palmer, you know, like, he's a elusive guy, and, you know, we obviously know what happened with him with Oculus. You know, they sort of they parted ways. And then I was at Oculus Connect 4, and I was, like, sort of milling around the show floor. And then I bumped into Caleb, and I think C-Top was there as well. And we bumped into a buddy of ours, and he said, "Oh, by the way, like Palmer is walking around the show floor." I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" So he was just wearing his like Hawaiian t-shirt, his shorts, and his sandals. And I got to go and say hi to the guy and sort of listen to him talk, and he was being super chill with everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone was sort of gathering around him in a little circle, and he was just answering questions and talking about like his time with Oculus and what his plans are for the future and how he's excited about the future of VR. And he was talking about the Pimax and all sorts of stuff. Like, he was such a cool guy, and I was really, really happy that I got to take a picture with him whilst I was at the show. So yeah, Palmer is a cool dude. I'd love to see more of Palmer around. I really loved it when he was at like the face of Oculus. I really loved that.
So yeah, the excitement is real. We have like 25 seconds left, and then it's gonna start. I'm not sure how this stream is gonna. Maybe the stream starts, and then we have another waiting round. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if we can. Well, we'll see.
But
Let's
we'll
get
keep
surprised, right?
we'll keep the chat going up
Yeah,
until
sure.
the point where the keynote starts. We'll probably be quiet a little bit then, so we can all concentrate on what's actually happening at the event, and then we can talk about it afterwards, hopefully. While we're waiting for it to kick off,
it's -1 now. It's like -1, -1, -1. I don't know what that means. Let me just refresh and see what happens.
Okay. So while Nathie's doing that, I'll talk a bit more about what we know about the Oculus Go. So we know that the headset itself is a 3 degrees of freedom headset. So that means that you've got just sort of rotational head movement only. And that might be a bit jarring for some that may be used to the Oculus Rift, because you're not going to have that forward and backwards motion anymore. You just sort of head is on a lollipop stick, if you can imagine it that way.
So you've got a quick update. I think the website is down, so we might have to use Facebook instead, because this website is like so many people watch this so that's what I can recommend you. So if you search for F8 on Facebook, then that should work. Let me just drag it this way, guys.
So can you actually see the stream on Facebook?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, let me just
I will hurry up because it starts now.
Okay, so F8 on Facebook. Let's get that set up.
Because we see problems.
Yeah.
Facebook for developers is now live.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so
Bash, Mike, hurry up! I'm already watching.
Can't be taken lightly.
Okay, so here we go.
The opportunity to change things for the better.
You got it?
So, yep.
Comes with the risk of making it worse.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the stream to the keynote view, and then we'll continue talking over the top of it from there.
And learn how important it is to get it right. We build because the most difficult.
Well, they first show some kind of epic video, you know, to get everyone like.
Because together is where progress can happen.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute this.
Support is found. Where we understand,
there we go,
grow, and fall in love. Because together is where our world gets better. That's why we keep building.
Okay.
This journey is still 1% finished.
Here we go. It's happening.
Yeah.
The hype is real. Yay. We want claps in the chat. Want to see you clapping in the chat.
Oh, there he is.
Zuck.
Ah, the Zuck.
On stage.
Ah.
Hey, everyone. Hey. Welcome to F8.
I see some funny comments here.
This has been an intense year. I can't believe we're only 4 months in. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment to say how much it means to us that you're all here with us today.
Okay.
Now, I know that it hasn't been easy being a developer these last couple of months, and that's probably an understatement. But what I can assure you is that we're hard at work making sure that people don't misuse this platform so you can all keep building things that people love. And today, I'm happy to share that we are reopening app reviews so you can all keep moving forward.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that.
Now,
I'm here for the go, so.
And I see a lot of people that we've worked with for a long time here. And a lot of people who've traveled to be here from around the world, and a lot of you are building great tools that help people connect in new ways. And I just want to take a moment up front to thank each and every one of you for all that you're doing to help bring the world closer together. Thank you so much. Now, we're all here because we're optimistic about the future.
Looks pretty casual,
We
by the
have
way. I'm
real
surprised.
challenges to address.
He's kind of chill. I can see it in his
sense of optimism.
like attitude.
What I've learned this year is that we need to take a broader view of our responsibility. It's not enough to just build powerful tools. We need to make sure that they're used for good, and we will. Now, we're idealistic, and we've always focused on all the good that connecting people can bring. And there's a lot of it. Just since the last F8, we've seen the Me Too movement and the March for Our Lives organized at least part on Facebook. We've seen people come together after Hurricane Harvey to raise more than $20 million for relief. And we've seen more than 80 million small businesses use these tools to grow and create jobs. But we've also seen people try to use these tools for harm. And that goes for Russia interfering in elections, for fake news, for hate speech, and for data privacy issues.
Shots fired.
So we're investing a lot to address these issues and keep people safe. And I'm going to go through all of that head on in just a minute, because I think it's important that everyone here knows exactly what we're doing to address them.
This is a bold statement from him.
But we also have a responsibility to move forward on everything else that our community expects from us too. To keep building services that help us connect in meaningful new ways.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time after, like, when he went to court
the hardest decision
that he's live, so
that
he kind of wants to...
wasn't to invest so much in safety and security. That decision was easy, right? I just went to the people who were running those teams and asked them how much we could possibly invest productively, and then I transferred all those people to them. The hard part was figuring out a way to move forward on everything else that we need to do too. Recently, I was having a conversation about what Facebook stands for. Or what is that basic idea that the world would lose if Facebook went away? When I was getting started with Facebook back in 2004, what struck me was you could go online at that time and find almost anything. Or you could look up any information, you could find any product, you could read news, you could download movies and music. You could find almost anything except for the thing that matters to us most: people. So I started building a service to do that, to put people first and at the center of our experience with technology, because our relationships are what matters most to us. That's how we find meaning and how we make sense of our place in the world. Now, we're not the only ones to build a communication service, but we are the ones who do it again and again in all of the different ways that people want to interact online. This is our DNA, and we have built and grown service after service that put people and our connections and our relationships at the center of the experience. And we've come a long way. But when I look out today, it still surprises me how little of the technology that our industry produces is designed to put people first. Our phones are still designed to run apps. Now, that's not how we think. Now, I believe that we need to design technology to help bring people closer together. And I believe that that's not going to happen on its own. And so to do that, part of the solution, just part of it, is that one day, more of our technology is going to need to focus on people and our relationships. Now, there's no guarantee that we get this right. This is hard stuff. We will make mistakes, and they will have consequences, and we will need to fix them. But what I can guarantee is that if we don't work on this, the world isn't moving in this direction by itself.
Mike is just munching
that is
away.
What we are all here to do.
Munchkin.
And that's what I want to talk about today. I want to start by talking about keeping people safe.
I'm going to keep eating popcorn until he talks about the Go.
Yeah, someone already said on my chat, like, boo, why is he not talking about the Go? Hurry up.
By talking about
Why no Go?
something
Why
that
no
is
Go?
really incredibly important to all of us, and that is the integrity of
Oh, someone
our
says maybe
elections.
mute Mike while eating. XD. Well, that's not a bad
In
idea.
2016, we were slow
Oh,
to
sorry, man.
identify Russian threats. We expected more traditional cyber attacks like phishing and malware and hacking, and we identified those and notified the right people. But we didn't expect these coordinated information operations and large networks of fake accounts that we're now aware of.
Get out of the way,
We
cameraman.
sat down with our teams after this, and we said, we will never be unprepared for this again. And since then,
That guy as well in the
there
chat
have been
says
important
he's more
elections,
entertained by me
great
eating than the
presidential
stream.
elections, Alabama Senate special
Yeah,
election
I
last
believe
year,
that.
and we've been more prepared.
I'll give you some more, because you like it so much.
AI tools
Why
that
are people,
successfully identified and took down tens
like,
of thousands
recording
of
this
fake
with their
accounts.
phones in the audience? You
Or
can
they can
just
do
watch
anything.
the stream.
We've
And
traced the fake account network back
you're
from
there,
Russia
so why
and
do you
taken down
need
their
to make a
network.
photo of this?
We're doing
Yeah.
more. We're requiring
So,
everyone requiring
press.
running political
Thomas
and issue
Liebel,
ads or running large
just
pages
talk about the
to
frickin'
verify
Oculus
the
Go already.
government's identity.
Yeah.
We're making ads more transparent. So now you're going to be able to see who is running a political ad, who they're targeting, how much they're spending, and most importantly, what other messages they're sending to different people. That is a higher standard of transparency.
You haven't missed
than
anything
TV
yet,
ads,
Eric.
Than print
No.
ads,
No.
Anything
Eric
else you'll
Hartley's in the
find
chat.
on internet.
You haven't missed anything, mate. They
By the
haven't
end
talked
of this
about
year,
VR yet.
We will have 20,000 people working
Thomas,
on security
we don't
and
care
content
about
review
your
on
stupid Facebook. Just talk about the Go.
And we've created an independent election research commission
Fair
so
enough.
independent academics can give us ideas and hold us accountable to make sure that these systems work. Now, this is an important election year. Not only the big US midterms that are coming up, but there are major elections around the world. In Mexico, in Brazil, there are elections coming up in India and Pakistan and more, and we are focused on this.
Oh, now they're suddenly focused on like elections.
Beyond
because
elections, we are focused on fighting fake news more broadly. And there are really three categories
Me and you are screwed now,
that we're
Nathie.
focused on here. The
We
first
deliver
category
fake
is just
news.
spam. Right? These are people who aren't ideological. They just want to make money. Hucking the most sensationalist junk that they can come up with to get you all to click on it. These are the people who in the 90s would have been sending you Viagra emails. And the playbook here is pretty simple.
They work for some people.
Right? It's to
Just
take
saying.
down their
I
ads
still get them.
on their sites so they can't make money, build tools to detect and reduce the distribution to remove their economic incentive, and then eventually they just go do something else to go make money. And, we're starting to see this. The second category is fake accounts. And the idea here is less focused on looking at the content specifically and more focused on trying to find bad actors and getting them off the network. So some of this is nation states who are politically motivated, like we talked about before. But all of this we're fighting in the same way, with AI tools, with thousands of content reviewers.
So if you're watching the
verifying
stream
people who are running,
and you just
large
are here for the
pages and
VR
running
stuff,
sensitive ads.
apologies.
Now, the
I'm
third
sure it will
category
happen
is
soon.
People,
So
real
buckle
people
up.
who are just sharing provably
Just
false
warming us up,
posts.
getting us
And the
hyped,
playbook here is building
and then he's going to
tools
drop the bombs on
to get
us.
better at flagging content
If
that
you're
is
waiting
going
just to
viral,
respond to
so
one of those
fact-checkers can
Viagra
look at it
emails,
so we can show it less.
or some extra.
And for the people who do see
People
it,
in the stream are really
make
enjoying
sure
me
they
eating
see
popcorn.
related articles that are more accurate, that put this in context so people can understand what's really going on. So a lot of the work over the
Well,
last
my
year
stream
and a
doesn't
half
like it when you
has
do
been,
it.
bringing on more
My
and
stream
more
does.
fact-checking partners
Yeah, but
from
my
all
stream
around the world
doesn't.
in different countries who speak
Stop!
all of
I'm
the
just
different
gonna mute you
languages
if
that we need
you
to cover.
don't.
So there's a lot
Your
more
stream
here
wants
to
me
do.
to choke on it.
But these are the three
Yeah.
basic categories, and we're making good progress on all of them. I
Let's
also want to
go
talk
already.
about data privacy.
That's a nice one.
What happened with Cambridge Analytica was a major.
Well, to it
breach.
goes, this is fake news. Give me the Oculus
An app
Go.
developer
Yeah.
took data that people had shared with them and sold it.
I was so excited about this, but falling asleep.
So we need
Don't
to
worry,
make sure
Switch.
that this never happens.
Don't worry,
again.
Barry.
So we're taking a number
Good
of
stuff
steps.
is coming, mate.
First, as you all know, we're restricting the data that developers will be able to request from people. Now, the good news here is that back in 2014, we already made a major change to how the platform works to prevent people from sharing a lot of their friends' information. So this specific situation could not happen again today. And since then, we've taken a lot more steps as well to restrict other data.
Thomas
There's
is watching
still
this
more
in
steps that
school.
we're
He says his teacher is looking at him
to
funny.
do this even further with groups and events and the data available through login to prevent future issues that might come up.
There's some.
Second,
Everyone's so obsessed
we
by
need to make sure
Mark
that we
if
find
he's,
any
if
other
he's
bad
a real
apps that are out
human
there.
or not.
So
Like the memes.
we're currently in
So
the process of
while this is going on, we're going to move on to
every single
the
app
next
that had access
next
to a
level
large amount
snacks.
of people's information
Okay.
before we made these big changes
That
in
is
2014. And if we find anything suspicious,
chocolate macaroon.
we're going to bring in independent auditors to do a full audit. And if any data was misused, then we'll ban that developer, and we will tell anyone whose data was affected. We've also started putting a tool in front of everyone that shows them all of the apps that they are using and lets them easily remove access to the ones that they no longer
What
want to
to
use.
waiting
And
for
with
this
the
is worse than
GDPR
waiting for Star
coming up in
Citizen.
Europe, we're asking people around the world, not just in Europe.
Let me know in the
to
chat
review
what snacks you're eating. I'd love to know.
So to all the developers who are here,
Because your snacks are probably more
I
interesting
know the
about
vast majority of you
than
are
what's going on
focused
the screen right now.
Yeah.
We get
have to take
it.
these
We get it,
steps
Zuck.
to make sure
You're going to be
that
better in the
everyone
future.
on
We
our
get it.
platform is focused
Show me my
on
friggin'
building
VR headset already.
And I believe that putting in these stronger protections now will give you more ability to keep building for the long term.
What is the snack final boss?
Now, I
Mike
also want
better
to share one
joke
new
on his
thing
stream.
that we're working on with data privacy.
That's what they
We have
say
a
on
lot
my
more
part.
updates like this coming. But this is an
my
example
side.
of the kind of thing that we are working on. In your web
Haters.
browser,
Nathie stream
YouTube
haters.
have a simple way to clear your cookies and clear your browser history.
The wait for
Right?
Infinity
The idea
War
is
was
that
shorter
a lot
than
of sites
this.
need this data to work. You need cookies. but you should have the ability to go in and clear your history at any point that
Thomas
you
has got a bag of Doritos on the go.
want. So we're working
Nice.
on a version
Nice.
of this for Facebook.
Halo 6 will probably release faster than the
Simple
Go
control
by
where you
now.
can clear your browsing history. What you've clicked on,
Pete's got some
websites
Pringles and
you
Mountain
visited,
Dew.
and so on. And
Nice, nice.
We're going to call it Clear History.
Michael Fletcher is eating
And
cheese nips.
We're starting with something
I
that
don't even
a
know
lot
what
of
cheese
people have
nips
asked
are.
about recently, and that's
But
the
they sound great.
information that we get from websites and apps who are using Facebook's advertising.
Darren,
and
2 jacket
analytics.
potato and cheese with beans? Oh man, that sounds
You're going to be able
lush.
to use this tool to see the information about the
This
apps
is
and
gonna
websites
take a
you've
while.
interacted with.
Who's
You'll be
the
able to
other
clear all this
guy
information
Nathie is
from your
talking
account,
to?
and
Well, that's
you'll even be
Mike.
able to
If you
turn
want
off,
to check his
having this
channel out
information
or his
stored in your
Twitter,
account
link
going
in the
forward.
description below. So go check it out.
Yeah,
Now, to be clear,
thank you.
when you clear your cookies in a
Go
browser,
check me
you
out.
can make parts of
Nathie's
your
viewers are
experience
far
work.
more civilized. No
You may have to
crunching over
sign back
here.
into dozens of websites. You may have to reconfigure some things. And the same is going to be true here. Or your Facebook won't be quite as good while it relearns.
DJ Hero, he's eating Doritos cake, Hawaiian bread, and
After
cranberry
going through our
juice.
systems, this is the kind of
Nice
control
combo.
that we think that people should have. So we're building this, and we're going to have a lot more like this to talk about soon.
So, did you hear that? Like the crowd was like,
They were like just like this, like, oh yeah.
So overall, we're going
Like
to
waking
keep
up.
investing heavily in security
Danny
and
Sartino
privacy.
says, I am amazed people actually
But
enjoy this part of the
security isn't a
talk. It seems
problem
like the kind of
that
stuff they
you
put in
ever
a blog
fully
post no
solve.
one wants to read.
This is an arm
yeah,
race.
exactly. This is like the terms and conditions bit that no one reads.
Adversaries forever.
They just say, yeah, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
We're doing
Check
this.
mark,
We
bam.
also have
yeah.
a responsibility to keep building
So
services
Switch says in the
that
chat,
bring
anything
people
with nips is
together
good.
in new ways. Now,
William,
Good FH,
you're so lucky to have all the
this.
VR equipment you have. I'm so jealous.
This is our
Well,
10-year product roadmap.
I have to thank
that sets
Nathie
out
for the
all different
PSVR.
areas that we're
He
working
gifted
on,
me.
and when
Yeah,
we
that's true.
expect these
Vincent says
ecosystems to be
shareholders
fully
do care
developed.
about this story, so yeah, that's
And
right.
across
That's
all
why
our
he's doing
products,
this.
Our
You know, it's
goal
like,
is to give everyone in the world
He has
the
something.
power to
He has
share
something to explain. That's for
anything
sure.
they want,
Just for you,
with
Thomas.
anyone,
Just for you.
anywhere. To build stronger relationships, to break down geographic barriers, and to meet new people and interact in new ways. We have a lot to do here. So
We should see the number go up if you sub, Thomas.
You'll
see it live.
We're going to keep building, even while we focus on keeping people safe.
So that's it.
And we're going to talk
Or
about
make sure you sub in the chat and
what
you'll
we're
see the
gonna be doing
numbers.
across the rest of the family
Yeah,
of apps
yeah.
for the rest of today.
If we get to 14,000, I'll do a little dance for you.
Like all of you, we want to build something that's not just fun to use, but is good for people. So we've done a lot of research to understand what parts of the internet and social media are good for our well-being
Well done.
and which parts aren't. And the summary is that when you're using the internet to interact and to build relationships, then that is associated and correlated with all of the positive aspects
Pete
of
Shari
well-being
in the
that
chat.
you'd expect.
He's fallen asleep, bless
Better
him.
long-term health, better
Wake up,
long-term
Pete.
happiness,
It's
feeling
about
more
to get
connected,
serious.
feeling less lonely.
Yeah.
Stay awake. We were with you, dude.
But when you're
We've got
just
your back,
using
bro.
the internet to consume content passively,
I'm
whether it's
interested
video
to see how
or news,
Facebook is
then
using
that is not associated
data
with
from
these
VR eye
same
tracking.
benefits to well-being. And we've heard this feedback from a lot
a
of
good
people
one, right?
too. People want Facebook to be about friends and interacting with
Do you
people.
think
That
they
guy
would
would-
We're gonna
disclaim
do
that when you buy
And
one?
I'm going to talk about a few new ways that we're focused on taking
It'll be
the
interesting.
experience in this
Interesting indeed.
I know what you are looking
We're
at.
rolling out something that we call Watch Party, which lets
Popcorn.
you watch video and chat with your friends. So, let's say that your friend is
Mark makes a joke.
testifying
Everyone laugh in the
Congress.
chat, please. Can we have a laugh emoji now?
For example,
Let's laugh and clap as well. Please laugh and clap. Emojis. You guys can do it.
now you're going to be able to bring your
Someone in
friends
the
together
chat
and you
says,
laugh
Campbell
together
Blass
and you can
says he's definitely a robot.
cry
No one can
together.
remember so much boring words.
my friends actually did this.
That guy is Will VR. He
Let's
says,
not
if
do
this
that
wasn't
again
live, I would
anytime
skip
soon.
ahead. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you, man. Apologies. Thought this was
People
going to be way
often
more
tell us,
exciting
The groups
than this.
are the most meaningful part of Facebook.
But
you
at least
feel like you
we're
belong.
together. That's the main thing. We're in this
Community, you
together.
meet new people
Yeah.
who share your values. For some people,
we're
this
bored
might be
together.
a support group for new parents.
Yeah.
For others, it might be about a disease you have. For others, it might be about finding people to come together and volunteer with.
Yeah, good luck with that,
I
William.
want to be a part of meaningful.
You got it, bro.
communities. So today,
If you need a hand,
we're launching a new groups
hit me up.
tab to make groups more central to the overall Facebook experience.
But seriously, thanks everyone for
For
joining
me,
the stream. We
I'm gonna have all my
really
groups in one
appreciate
place,
it.
my
You like
family group,
watch
my
this together,
running group,
talk
my
about the
game
Go,
group,
talk about VR in
my
the first
sheepdog
place.
appreciation
I think it's
groups all
very
in one
cool.
place.
Yeah.
Now, to help
Yeah. Andrew,
our community.
he's going to get a gin and tonic.
building
He needs alcohol to get
a-
through
Need
this.
something
Join
strong
group
now,
button.
yeah.
Now I'm wishing that I
can
should have
plug
brought
in
something a
that
bit stronger than just
admins
a
and developers
Coke
can add
Zero.
their websites and
We should have done
and their
shots
emails.
for
And
every
this is
minute
what
that he
we
doesn't
need
talk
to
about
do is
VR.
more
We would have been very
more.
drunk by now.
Just give more tools to creators.
Oh, I got a donation,
Every
$1.
great
Thank you, Colin,
community
for the
has
$1. I
engaged
can buy
leaders. So a lot of what we need to do is
hamburger
just give
from
more
the
people the
McDonald's, I
tools
guess.
to be
Right?
community leaders. All right, now
Thank you.
talking about meaningful relationships,
You got a relationship with
Did you
Oculus.
know-
Come on.
that 1 in 3 marriages
Oh,
in the United States start online.
Yeah, you know that, Mike? That's
And I
an
can't tell you how
interesting
many
fact.
times I'll be walking down the street in some city.
He's gonna
and a
tell
couple will
facts now.
come up
Did
to
you
me and
know?
They'll say that they met on Facebook, and sometimes they
time
have
for another
kids with
bite.
them, and they'll just point to them and they'll say thank you.
Another one bites the dust.
And I have to say, I mean, these are some of the moments that I'm really proud of what we're doing, right? And I know that we're making a positive difference in people's lives.
we're doing Oculus's work here.
the
Like we
reality
talked
is,
more about the
today,
Oculus Go
We haven't even built
in our
any features
pre-stream
to
than
help
he
us
has
find
in the
partners.
whole of the Facebook stream so
There are
far.
200 million people.
That's true.
on
If you
Facebook
think
who list
that
themselves
me and
as
Nathie
single,
should head up the
So
marketing
clearly there's
division at
something to do
Oculus, let us know in the chat.
and if we're focused on
Yeah.
We'll send it to
helping
Oculus.
people build meaningful relationships,
Yeah.
then this is perhaps the most meaningful of all. So today, we are announcing a new set of features coming soon around dating.
Yeah, I can finally have a girlfriend now.
Yay! Tay says I'm going to go and play Beat Saber. Yeah, don't blame you.
Real long-term relationships. All right, not
You can
just
catch up with this. I'll re-upload it later.
It's going to be in the Facebook app, but it's totally optional. It's opt-in.
Oh no,
If you
please
want, you
don't.
can
So
make a
many
dating
catfish.
profile, and I know a lot of you are going to have questions about this, so I want to be clear that we have designed this with
Have you ever seen that
privacy and
film,
safety
Catfish?
in mind from the
The
beginning.
one on Netflix?
Your friends aren't going
No,
to see your
no.
profile.
Oh,
I know the
brilliant.
series, that's for sure, but
You're
Oh,
only
yeah,
gonna be
yeah, the
suggesting
series is great
people
as well.
Who are not your friends, who have opted into
Facebook
who fit
dating,
your
really? Why don't they
preferences,
just
although
buy Tinder?
I can't promise that you're going to get email.
Well, it's kind of boring to buy
It's a tough
everything,
world.
right?
All right, Chris Cox will come up in a bit and walk you through this in more detail.
Oh.
So I want to make sure that you all see
Hey, Mike, you
all
wanna
the
date in
details here
VR?
that we built in around privacy. And
I would swipe right.
The bottom line is we want Facebook to be somewhere where you can
that reminds me
start
of that
meaningful
dating app Rowdy
relationships.
played, where
So
he had
we're
to scream
excited to start rolling
to
this
his
out
date.
soon.
Yeah, Rowdy's saying in the chat that it's too easy for kids nowadays.
connect
I
in
have
new
to
ways
physically
is through
talk to
commerce.
people. Such an effort.
We saw that one of the most
But you got
that's
yourself
true.
a lovely girl
Building
there,
these
Rowdy.
buy and sell
And you
groups.
proposed to her
So
recently,
it's
so she
like
must be a
Bay
keeper.
Area moms buy and sell.
Wait, you can
where
buy
people would be
or
able
rent
to
like a house
come
now
together and ask
through
for advice
Facebook?
on all the gear they needed, and meet people who are like them, and can ultimately buy and sell things with people who they have something in common with.
They really try to be everything right
The
now.
marketplace
Like
is
like
now
WeChat
live
in China,
in
you
more
know, where
than
you can
70
use
countries.
it like for everything.
More than 800
Yeah.
million people around the world use it.
Yeah,
monthly.
exactly. This will be the funny thing where they say, "Oh, by the way, we're talking all about VR tomorrow."
On Facebook in the US.
I'm
We
sure
know
that's
that
not going to be the
Mike
case,
and
by the way.
Nathie are watching, but we
And it's
gotta
helping
postpone.
people earn more
Yeah.
income and connect in a new way.
Yeah, no worries, Switch. I'll
right, so
re-upload
this
it.
is
You can
Facebook.
catch up with it there.
We are focused on helping people build relationships with friends and
But the rest of
families,
us, stick
groups,
around.
and
Hold
meeting
hold
and
strong.
interacting with new
We're
people.
like the Spartans in 300 now. We're all
Let's
like
talk about Instagram.
together as a group.
So our focus here
And then we
is
can all
helping people
scream
capture
for
any
Oculus
moment they
when
want
they
to come together around shared
start talking
Okay.
about.
Some of the
Big
best
O.
stories that we hear are around ad hoc communities that spring up on Instagram.
This
There
is
are more
painful.
Than 200
Yeah,
million
man.
people use
Wow.
Explore on Instagram
Also, shout out
every
to
day.
Colin, he's watching
Since
us
we
in big
launched
screen.
Hashtag following in
Hello.
Ah, nice.
December, more
Hi.
than 100 million people now follow
VR
Hashtag.
Inception.
So we want to make it even easier
Yeah.
to find the communities for the things that you're interested in. So we're
Art's in.
launching
I want to
a
see an
completely
Oculus
new
dedicated
design for Explore.
console, like a Switch, like a
It is going to
Nintendo
organize the
Switch
content
version
around
of VR.
topic channels now.
Yeah, that would be freaking epic,
Now
dude.
your Explorers
Totally. We've talked
Like
about that
a,
before.
a pure gaming headset, you
on
mean?
the things you're interested
Yeah,
in.
so you plug it in at home. It's really high fidelity.
We're
You
also
take it on the
focused
go,
on
step
new
down a
ways
bit,
that
mobile
people are
VR.
gonna be able to use
Yeah, that'd be really
Instagram
cool.
to communicate and build stronger relationships. So it turns out that a lot of people are using live video.
Pete Shirley says,
Basically just to
or Pete Sherry
hang out
He says, I'm just waiting for him to say the dating app is compatible with Farmville, so then you can use coins earned to buy girlfriends.
Feeling like we're there with someone when we can't physically meet. So today, to make this easier, we're announcing video chat and Instagram.
I love that. That's great, man.
Eric Huntley's right. We can all watch VR inside big screen on Oculus Go later this year. That's right, we could totally do that.
You're going to be able to video chat one-on-one or with groups. You're going to be able to minimize the video while you're chatting and using Instagram. And I think that this is going to be a really big deal, and people are really going to like this. We are also building more creative ways for people to share on Instagram. Last year at F8, we announced the AR camera.
People keep on asking on my stream who you are, Mike. Well,
they don't know who I am. They're not real fans.
We do a podcast together. Plus, if you are interested in what he's doing, you can also follow him on Twitter. So in the description you can find more info about Mike, basically.
Yeah, you should. You should check out my channel as well. Yeah. Me and Nathie play together. Yeah. We make some cool videos together.
We're excited to get this in people's hands soon. All right. Now let's talk about WhatsApp.
Oh, God.
So here, our focus is on building new ways for people to connect privately with close friends and
so William Austin says, ever since I watched Reality Check VR run around a field with a Pico Neo, I've wanted one. Imagine running around in VR.
Announced that he is leaving us and
the thing is, what worries me about the Pico more than anything else, though, is the fact that it doesn't really have a big
building WhatsApp
app store as such.
He has been a tireless advocate for privacy and encryption. A lot of you probably don't know this or remember this, but when WhatsApp joined us in 2014, we actually hadn't rolled out full end-to-end encryption yet. Jan and I talked about how to do this.
Is the press like sitting in front? Why are they making photos? Like, is that the job of the press to just like, hey Mark, hey, look?
Would not have happened without Jan.
Honestly, when I was there last year, the first like 3 rows were just on laptops, watching laptops. It was like, he's standing right there, like you're on a laptop.
Yeah, but they're listening, and then they write the articles fresh from.
Yeah.
Is also one of the most popular features on WhatsApp already. You know, when I'm traveling and I can't be there.
Go will be the last topic.
It's really nice.
Volkert says they want us to make green screen memes of Mark because he.
Right around the world.
That is genius.
1 billion minutes of voice and video calls on WhatsApp alone.
That is genius.
And today, we're announcing that we're bringing group video calling to WhatsApp soon, too.
Whoa. We need to clap, I guess.
I'm not clapping for this. No, you don't get a clap until Oculus.
Okay, sorry.
So, across our whole family, we've really gone all in.
What is he talking about?
For being able to quickly
Hugo, basically it's just been about Facebook so far, which has been a bit disappointing. Hopefully soon,
to be somewhat different.
They will be talking about Oculus and the Oculus Go.
Take off here. Facebook started a lot
Mike is surprised they talk about Facebook in a stream that is called Facebook F8 Conference.
Has been by far the biggest. More than 450 million people.
If he takes much longer, VR will be outdated.
Every day, and it's growing really quickly.
Yeah, William Austin, perfect green screen trolls. Yeah, man, that is hilarious. They should have considered that for sure, right? Like, they're going to be photoshopping in all sorts of scenes. It's going to be hilarious.
And you know, today, a lot of people don't want to call businesses, or you just want to be able to text.
It's a big screen, by the way. If you look at Mark and the screen,
and I think that's just going to be a really big deal here. So
I would watch Ready Player One on that.
Business.
So I'm getting kind of concerned right now because like we're like half an hour in and they've not even mentioned anything about it.
Maybe they will just do a little announcement of 5 minutes.
3 million people.
So what I'd love in the chat, if you're in the chat right now, go and check on the Oculus main page and like on Amazon and everything else, and just let me know like if they've unlocked it or anything like that. It'd be interesting.
For Messenger.
Tim says saving the best for last.
We're focused on building richer ways for people to connect privately with their friends and family and business.
So William, it's a shame that Beat Saber costs over £15. It's totally worth it, dude, honestly. It is totally worth it. It's worth every penny, in my opinion.
This moment to completely
Hugo, what's going to happen with the Rift? The Rift will still be around.
And here's what the new Messenger is going to look like.
William, I'm seeing Ready Player One on Monday. Oh man, that film is epic.
Clean.
So good, you'll love it.
And David is going to come and talk about this in a bit more detail in just a little bit. Now, I mentioned earlier that we are bringing the AR camera effects platform to Instagram. Now, we're also bringing this to the Messenger platform as well. It's going to be a really fun way for people to use augmented reality to connect with their family and friends privately. And
something, at least. He said reality. He said augmented reality.
My daughters.
Uh-oh, here he goes. Oh no.
I call them when I'm traveling. You know, they love these effects, right? Priscilla will be there, and Max will just be like, "Oh, look, Mama."
It's just so awkward, isn't it? It's just so awkward.
Look at this one.
All right, we're seeing good momentum for messenger.
I like Zuck, but he is awkward, man. Like, he is an awkward dude.
Bots and
He's pretty chill, man. Like, this is the first time I see him like extremely chill.
Messages between businesses and people every month.
JavaBot, isn't the Oculus Go the equivalent of Gear VR? Yes, essentially, but it's in a standalone all-in-one package. So yes! Woo!
So our goal here
we go, guys. Strap in.
Is to create
Get ready.
This real feeling of presence, right? Like you're right there with someone,
Virtual reality.
even if they're halfway around the world. And you know, this idea of being physically or feeling like you're there with someone, even when you can't physically be there, is something we've talked about a lot today with video chat. But over the long term, virtual reality and eventually augmented reality are going to take this to a completely different level. Where it's not just going to be about being able to see someone's face on a small screen. You're going to actually be able to feel like you're there with someone. So here's an example of how compelling I think that this is going to be. You know, now, if you have some photos from your childhood home, we can now use computer vision to fill in the gaps with this pointillism effect and recreate the rooms of your childhood home where you grew up. So you're going to be able to go into VR with your family and visit and feel like you were right there. It feels like you were in a dream. It is wild. So this work of mapping out immersive spaces is just another important step on the path to creating this real feeling of presence.
Okay.
Now, in addition to software, you know we're all building hardware.
Yes,
So we've been
come on.
preparing Oculus Go for launch.
Here we go.
And the big news I have to share today is Oculus Go is shipping today.
Woo! Woo! Yay, finally. We made it.
It starts at $199. It is the first really affordable standalone virtual reality headset. It's launching with more than 1,000 apps, and it has the highest quality lenses and optics that we have ever built into a VR device.
That's true. It's actually
Oculus
higher
Go
resolution than the Rift.
It's the easiest way to get into VR, and we think that this is going to be how a lot of people experience virtual reality and virtual presence for the first time.
I agree.
And to make sure that all of you get to experience this too, everyone at F8 is getting a free Oculus Go to take home.
Bye, Iberino. Thomas, I literally just bought it. Where did you buy it from, dude?
We're excited about that too. All right.
Oh, you can buy it right now, Nathie, on the site. So if you're interested, you can buy it right now on the Oculus.com website.
Oh, so if you are from Europe, you can also buy one.
Yeah.
To keep people safe,
Okay.
and also to keep building. We're here to build things that bring people together and to put people in our relationships at the center of our experience with technology where they belong. Because for all the challenges that we face today, the vast majority of what happens on these services is people getting closer to the people they care about, even when time or distance get in the way. And we can help more people do this. Whether it's reaching out to a friend that you lost touch with, or finding a group to belong to, or just sending a video to your sister of your kids. And the best part of what you do isn't on Facebook. It's the relationships you build and what you can go do together. That is what this is all about.
So is that the Go News, or?
So if you believe, like I do, that giving people a voice is important, that building relationships is important, that creating a sense of community is important, and that doing the hard work of trying to bring the world closer together is important, then I say this.
So there you go, guys.
We will keep building.
You can order it right now from Oculus.com in the UK or in Europe. £249 for the 64 gig
We
model.
need to keep this idea alive, and that is what we are all here at F8 to do together. So yes, this is an important moment. We need to do more to keep people safe, and we will. But we also need to keep building and bringing the world closer together. Thank you for coming out today. Thank you for everything you're doing to bring people together. Have a great F8.
Whoa! Woo!
Is that it?
I don't know.
So if that is it, we're going to be sticking around. We're going to be talking more about the Oculus Go, and I've got loads of more information for you. Who's this guy? I don't know.
All right, let's talk about dating.
Okay, you know what?
Okay.
Let's just
Actually, one of the
play
great
some music in the
ironies for
meanwhile,
me
and
is
just
that when a
let's
lot of
keep
us
the
joined
stream
the
on to
very
see if
first,
anything else is going to
version of the
happen.
service in 2004.
And,
Yeah, so I'll keep the stream on in the background, but
Yeah.
we will switch over to just us talking. We can talk more about the Oculus Go. So let's,
oh, I have like subtitles, so you can still read what they are saying. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, but it's good to hear that it's available everywhere. I mean, that's what we wanted to hear, right? In the first place, we knew they were going to announce it, that's for sure. So that's not really
Yeah,
a surprise.
yeah.
But since
Yeah.
you can just order it from anywhere you want,
yeah.
that's nice. So,
Yeah.
are there any reviews already out of this? Because today's like, of course, the press had this like weeks up front. So, are there any like, you know, there's still. I haven't heard much yet from actual people that used it for a while, you know?
Yeah. So, I would imagine the reviews will be coming out now. The embargo must be ending, like, today.
Yeah.
You know, and you're going to be able to get your hands on your very own Oculus Go. But, yeah, like, you know, I'm a bit disappointed in the live stream. You know, they basically just talked about the Go for, what, less than 5 minutes? You know, everyone in the audience there was clearly hyped about the fact that they're going to get a Go, and I wonder how many people in the audience were there purely on the fact that they just wanted to know about the Go and the future of VR.
They could have at least showed like a trailer with some games or some experiences, or like a video where it's more like interactive and like it's VR after all. So you want to show something off to give people the experience they could maybe have.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the thing that annoys me more than anything else is that they've been so secretive about, like, the Go being launched today. Like, they made such a big deal of it, and then they've been so secretive and made a big deal of it, and then to finally have the opportunity to launch something incredible, they just say, by the way, you can buy it now, and we're just going to bore you and talk about Facebook for, like, 35 minutes. It's a bit disappointing, I think, in my mind. Like, I'm really happy about the Go obviously being launched. I've literally just bought and ordered one myself. But, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like a bit let down in a way. Like you say, it could have been a lot more exciting. It could have been a lot more interesting. They could have shown some, like, upcoming Rift games. Yeah. I've got the live feed in the background here as well. So, like, if it does switch back to VR, then we will switch back to the Keynote. But to be honest, like, I don't want to bore you guys with any more stuff that maybe is probably a bit unnecessary and that you're probably not here for. You're probably here for the VR information. So
I just heard from Tim that they are posting a lot of stuff on Reddit now, also reviews. Now, I'm not sure we want to read a review. I think we should just try it ourselves first, and then, because like, that's the thing. Reviews are always very fake. It depends on the person, depends on what experience they had before, you know. So I don't think we want to touch on that now. But it is interesting to see that the price is very, very low. So I'm curious how creative they have been with this device and how it works. Because I mean, $200 bucks is very cheap, but then you also need to be creative. Or I mean, it's Facebook. Facebook has a lot of money. We all know that. So they could also just sell this for a price that is like they would lose money, but they can't really lose money. So they just sell it for a very cheap price, even that in the end you might have to pay like $400 or $500 for something like that. You know, when I bought like the Focus as well, like that's comparable to the Go. Well, that one is like $500 dollars. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I'm very curious.
Yeah, exactly. In the chat here, Richard Whistles is saying that it's 219 euros for the 32 gig model, 269 euros for the 64 gig model.
That's almost like 300 already. So it's
yeah. They're saying also that Amazon US has sold out already. Thomas is saying that it's 10-day shipping on Go orders if you order one right now.
Yeah.
The 32 gig model final cost is 319 Australian dollars. So if you're in in Australia, that's how much it's going to cost. Reviews are up on YouTube now, according to Little G. And then yeah, so we don't have the specs. So Thomas, I can talk about the specs actually a little bit more, particularly in relation to the display, because like I said during the keynote that. This is actually a higher resolution display than the Oculus Rift. So the Oculus Rift is 2160 by 1200 resolution, and the Go is 2560 by 1440. So it's actually a small step up in terms of resolution. And also, like the optics, they're doing some really fancy stuff with foveated rendering. And what that actually means is like the center of the display where your sort of vision is going to be crystal clear, and then it kind of blurs it around the edges, which allows it to sort of optimize the processor, which is a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, so you can get the best experience out of this sort of mobile processor, essentially. So they're the specs. It's the same field of view as the Rift, 110 degrees field of view. Still has Fresnel lenses, but doesn't need any IPD adjustment because the sweet spot in the middle of the optics are actually so large that you don't need to adjust your IPD anymore. So this is the great thing about it. Like, say you want to take it to a party or take it to a friend's house or your parents' house, they can just put it on without having to do any physical adjustment of the headset itself, and can just enjoy any VR experience that way. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
So in terms of like button layouts and what other features it has a power button straight on the front top of it in the center. It then has volume control at the top as well. Built-in microphone underneath, built-in speakers as well, which aren't supposed to be that loud, but you could always use the headphone jack to wear your own headphones. And it's also got a micro USB input, which is only going to be used for charging it right now. Apparently, you can't actually store any data on it or transfer any data just now. But Carmack did say that is a feature that he wants to include in the future. Okay. So yeah.
So just going back to like what they announced, in the end it is like a developer stream. So this is not the E3 or Oculus Connect or, so I do get it. Like they could have done a little more. It's not like developers need to have a boring speech of 5 minutes, but I mean, it's for developers. So developers now know they have an Oculus Go. They can also maybe use it to now develop games, because I'm sure there are some developers in the audience now that now have a Go and can make their own stuff. So I think it's good they gave it away. It doesn't happen that much. Like I can remember Valve did it with the Vive back then, but you don't see them like giving away headsets that much. Kind of rare. Also, Tim says that with Oculus Go, this is just a statement from I think Oculus themselves. We are releasing a major update for Oculus Rooms. You'll find a fully redesigned and customizable environment, more lifelike avatars, and tabletop games.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know what kind of avatars. Maybe the avatars from Facebook Spaces, or the ones we also use in Oculus Home that are still kind of like under,
Yeah. Well, definitely, like the ones from Facebook Spaces are really cool looking avatars.
They are very nice. Yeah, they know
how to do it. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, let's. So
how does this work with the storage, by the way? Because there were some rumors that some people said like, yeah, you can also add like more memory. Is this like a thing or not? Like, is that?
No, so that's the thing. Like, you've got these two models, right? You've got the 32 gig model and you've got the 64 gig model. So you really have to make that choice going into it at the beginning, whether you're going to be like a power user or a casual user. You know, I'd say that if you're a dedicated VR enthusiast and you really want to play some VR games, then I would say go for the 64 gig model. If you're more of a casual user and you just want to use it to socialize with your friends, or maybe watch a movie with your friends every now and again in big screen or something like that, then maybe go for the 32 gig model, I would say. And because there's only like 50 quid in it, $50 in it, you know, I think it's a worthwhile investment going for the bigger one, to be honest, because you never know, like, although the applications now might be quite small, you never know what's going to happen in the future. They could bring out some really cool experiences that are quite big in size that you're going to need all that space for. You know?
Yeah. I also see that the app is live.
Yeah, I heard that as well, although I did just check, and it's not live for me yet in the UK. So
like,
I'd
I
be
can
interested
show it
in
on my
chat.
screen now if you want to see it. So this is what I got, guys. Here, check this out.
Okay,
so,
can you install it already?
Well, this is like my browser edition, so I can try to maybe download it on my phone.
Right.
You got an Android, right? Or do you have an...
No, man, I'm Apple for life.
Okay. Well, then
I'm not rowdy. Remember?
Yeah, a rowdy rare dinosaur. Can you try it on your Android and tell us if it works?
Yeah,
if someone has an Android, let us know if you can already download it on Android. Usually Android is always the one you can download it on first, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to try to find it on my phone here.
So Brett says they could have easily added a micro SD card slot, but no. I think the reason why they didn't is because they don't want anyone jailbreaking this thing and sideloading their own applications on it and then making people sick, because comfort is so important to Oculus and Facebook, you know. And I remember when the Rift first came out, they were really sensitive about this kind of stuff, weren't they, Nathie? About comfort and you know, they have these comfort ratings and stuff like that. So I think that's probably why they've decided not to do that. And they've gone for this sort of like a closed ecosystem, similar to Apple, what they do. But it is based on Android, funnily enough. Even though it is sort of like an Apple ecosystem that is closed, it is actually based on Android. It's using a version of Android. Thomas says, because I'm an Apple fanboy, he's unsubscribing. Watch my counter go down. Yeah.
Well, I can't find it in the App Store, so
no, neither can I. So
work.
I don't think the app is live on the App Store yet.
Wait! What is this?
Ooh, maybe it is then. So let me just check.
So
that.
what I just did is I went to the Oculus website on my phone, and then you have that part where it says like download the app, and then you just click on like the App Store or the Google Play Store, and then it linked me to the actual. But this is just the classic Oculus app. This one was there before this announcement, so I think it just works with more than only.
Right, I think that is what you use, though, to manage your account. I'm pretty sure that is the case. So I'd love to know in the chat, like, how many of you actually have picked one up today? How many of you have bought one? I'd be interested to know, or how many of you are interested in picking one up? We've got sort of just over 90 odd people watching. I'd just love to know your thoughts.
Yeah, I do hope, like, at least from my side, for people that watch my stream, honestly, I would just wait until the more reviews are out, or you wait for mine or my opinion on it, because I do understand it's cheap and it's but I would just inform yourself first before you buy this, okay?
Yeah. Just
watch some videos. Maybe your friend has one tried at his house and see if it's any good. You know, like, that's what I would personally do.
Yeah.
Because we don't really, like, now everyone is picking it up, so now soon we will hear the stories about it, from software to durability to, like, can this go, survive for like a year or whatever, you know? It's I'm just like that. So I mean, it's up to you, of course. It's not very expensive, so it doesn't hurt, but I would always inform myself with what I buy. So I mean, makes sense, I guess.
So a lot of people in my chat have ordered one today. We've got Brett has ordered one. We've got Darren, he's ordered the 64 gig one. Zipon ordered the 64 gig one. So yeah, a lot of people have actually bought one. Interceptor, why does the Oculus Go only have one controller? So basically the headset is only 3 degrees of freedom and the controller is only 3 degrees of freedom. So it only supports one controller right now, but you can pair a Bluetooth controller, a regular one, whether it be a SteelSeries one or an Xbox One S controller, and use that to play the games like Minecraft that actually are full controller games. So if you're interested in like full sort of controller supported games, then there are some games out there that support that.
Yeah.
So Pete says he picked up the 64 gig one from Best Buy today. I'm so jealous that you got to walk into a store and just pick one up, dude. Like, seriously.
That's why you need to live in America, Mike. That's where the magic happens, you know. That's it.
Living in America.
In the USA.
Yeah, exactly. So have you got any questions in the chat? You can ask us some questions if you like while we sort of just keep an eye on the keynote.
Sure, go for it.
And see what's going on. While I wait, I'm just going to have a little snackaroo. Delicious.
Will they also sell it on Amazon in Europe, or is it only available in their store?
So let me check on the Amazon store for the UK. So it's not on the Amazon store yet in the UK.
Sold out in 10 seconds, lol.
So I think it's only available on the Oculus Oculus store right now, unless it's in Best Buy in the States. So unless you live in the States, I think right now Oculus are your only option.
The cool part is I just went to the Oculus website, and when you go there and you are, for example, in Holland or somewhere else, like they translate it in every language too.
Exactly.
So I just had like the Dutch version of like buy an Oculus Go, and this is what it can do. So but that's Facebook. It's worldwide, so they translate everything for every language out there. So yeah, it's funny. Also, Tim says, Tim is like the one with the facts here today. For the ones of us that wear glasses, there are little detachable plastic brackets, which Oculus says are designed to allow perception lenses add-ons to be attached.
Right.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, or like maybe like what I've got with the Rift, which is some sort of prescription lenses built into the actual frame of it. Maybe someone will come up with a design that is going to work with as well, so you can wear your prescription lenses.
Whoa. Alex says that he needs to pay $100 for shipping and tax from Israel. So,
oh really?
Alex, can you tell us where they send it from? Can you see that? I would be very curious. Would it be expensive to maybe it comes from Ireland and then it needs to go to Israel? Maybe that's the thing. That's pretty far away if you think about it. I don't know. Let me check how much I need to pay for shipping if I want to buy one. Let me just double check, okay?
Yeah.
Let me see. Then we can compare as well and see. Let me double check.
I'm just going to check as well, like just to see if it tells me on the order where it's shipping from. So let me just double check that for you.
Yeah.
So what it does say is that the £249 does include taxes and shipping, so that's good. And it just says that tracking will be assigned when your order ships. So we don't know when it's going to ship yet. We don't have any rough dates.
At my place, it says gets delivered between May 1 and 11th of May.
Okay, so that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. So it's going to be shipping within 10 days.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So I just got an email. So it says that Oculus is announcing the Oculus Go is available at Oculus.com in 23 countries. So they're supporting like a global launch practically, which is very interesting indeed.
Yeah.
This is from Oculus Direct, I think. Over 1,000 games and experiences to explore, including titles such as Anshar Online, They Suspect Nothing, and Space Explorers, which is a NASA application. An update to Oculus Rooms with a fully redesigned and customizable environment, more lifelike avatars, and the ability to watch full-length movies from among the hundreds of top titles in the Oculus Store. That's interesting. So Oculus are actually going to be selling movies as well. We're also bringing in Hasbro games to Rooms, Boggle, Monopoly, and Trivial Pursuit. So, maybe if that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is. So I can't see the price. I'm checking here, but it doesn't show me. It doesn't show what. It only shows when it's gonna ship. But
so this is also interesting. Oculus TV is a brand new way to experience your favorite serialized content. A custom built-in 3D environment with a massive screen and virtual seating area. Oculus TV also serves as a convenient hub to launch your favorite individual VR entertainment apps like Netflix, Hulu, and Showtime. So it seems like Oculus themselves are like competing with big screen almost, because that's what big screen does, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I
Oculus
just heard that tested uploaded their Oculus Go video, so they had one for a while to check it out.
Okay, that's interesting. Oculus venues, where you can watch live concerts, sports, comedy shows, and other events with your closest friends, and an audience of thousands of people across the world. And they will be available beginning the 30th of May. So yeah, that is interesting. Very interesting indeed. Cool. So there we have it. There's some information about the Oculus Go. Let's see what's going on in the chat quickly. The live stream keynote still looks like everyone's talking about Facebook.
Yeah, it's not very... Now we have like 3 ladies coming on stage.
So I don't think there's anything really we need to go back to just there. So
I don't know. It could be that maybe they do something with Facebook Spaces, but I don't know.
well,
It's more like...
their stream is going to end in like 5 minutes, right?
Well, then they do it like the Go, where it's like, oh, hey, did you also hear about Facebook Spaces? Well, here you go. Up, hey.
Oppa.
Hey.
It's a very European thing to say.
I know. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so let me see.
Okay,
what else
so yeah, Tim, thanks again for giving us so much information, man. It's very nice. So he says, let's see, what does he? Okay, here we go. I don't know if I shared this yet. Well, battery life will vary depending on content. A built-in lithium-ion battery will power about 2 hours for games to up to 2.5 hours for streaming, media, and video.
Okay.
Well, I expected a little more, but depends on what you... Yeah, that's true. I mean, it depends on what you watch or what you... I mean, it's the same with your phone. If you start playing GTA on your phone, you're screwed. You know that. I mean, it's draining your battery so fast. But the funny thing is, right now the Go has no competition because there is no other standalone headset out there. I mean, the Vive Focus is out, but it's not available in Europe yet. Plus, it's also not for consumers. So right now, the Go can just... I think most people will say like, well, 2 hours, that's enough. I don't know, 2 hours is kind of short, but I don't know. What do you think, Mike? Do you think that's long enough? 2 hours?
It all depends, right? Because like there are some experiences available right now. Like a game that I really enjoy that will be available for the Oculus Go is Augmented Empire, right? From CodeSync, and it's a turn-based sort of role-playing game set in like a kind of cyberpunk world, and it's just a really cool game because I really like the XCOM series. You know, I used to really enjoy those games as a kid, where it was like turn-based tactical sort of game. Yeah, and that game is available, but it's like an 8 to 10 hour game. Like it's a proper long campaign. So yeah, like a 2 hour battery life, you're only going to have like a bite-sized sort of experience, and then you're going to have to plug it in, recharge it, and then, you know, especially if you want to go for a proper gaming session. But, you know, it'll be interesting to see real life what they say. You know, I'm sure the tested guys will say on their videos, like, how long they would have tested it in terms of, like, how long that battery lasts. So it'll be interesting to see what those guys say, because I tend to trust their opinion quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see.
I really hope this stuff is gonna, like, drop in the stores, because, yes, we as VR enthusiasts and early adopters and whoever, like everyone that is interested in VR, they know that this is out. But let's say if you're a consumer, you have no clue about this stuff. You're like, oh, I don't know. So that's why I hope there are more of these things. What the heck is going on stream?
Can we just say, we just take a moment to say that they've just wheeled a dog on stage? In fact, should we just show you?
Yeah, let's play this stuff.
I'm just going to switch this over to show you there is a dog on stage right now.
Wow,
they're actually wheeled a puppy out.
Busy.
So
can you show us the filter that you've been designing?
Can you see this?
I'm playing it now. Oh,
there is actually a dog.
Oh, it's
sitting
so
on a
cute.
freaking desk with a laptop right now. Like, what is going on?
You have GIF Palm in real life for your selfie.
That is like the cutest dog I've ever seen in my life.
Cuteness in it
Look
that
at him.
he's designed for us.
Look at that guy.
Thanks, GIF Palm. Nice work.
The dog gets a clap from me.
This dog gets even more time to explain his thing.
We're really excited to be working with partners.
That was the best part of the
event
event for me.
Tools
What the heck was that?
That was
weird.
the best. That was the best part of the event, literally.
Frero says he's so chill. I know. Like, he was just sitting, he was just lounging on a freaking epic chair. He has a nicer chair than me.
He's like, what's up? You want an Oculus Go? Yeah, sure.
Sure, I don't care. Check my new Instagram filter, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, but what I wanted to say is that we know this is out, but I just hope that they will, like they do in the US, you know, they have stores where you can try a demo. Like, people need to try VR before they buy it. It's not like they walk to a store and they find that Oculus Go box and then they just buy it. That's not how it works. They need to try it or they get curious about it.
Well, someone said in the chat that they are actually doing demos at Best Buy. So if you live in the US, you can demo it at Best Buy as well.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's good. And I mean, Best Buy is offering all the headsets out there. That's nice. But here in Europe, I like PlayStation is the only one that is really demoing their stuff. You know, they have little booths in like some media stores, but I don't know.
So Darren just said, I just read my email and mine is shipped from the 1st of May to the 11th of May. So I think it's the same email that you got, Nathie, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see, have you got any more questions in the chat? Like, I think this stream actually goes on for another half an hour. Yeah. But by the looks of things, it doesn't look like they're going to go back to VR. I don't know what you think about this, Nathie.
I don't know. We should just watch until the end. You never know. You never know. It could be an Easter egg or... Also, a shout out to Alchemy Labs for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. Excited for Vacation Simulator, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. The hype is real on that one for sure.
Can you make a Go version, please? So I can be on vacation everywhere. Like that would be fun. Like being on vacation everywhere. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
So apparently, I was told in my chat by Dean Pratt, that's just not any dog. That is Jif. He has 8.5 million followers on Instagram.
Oh my days.
Are you freaking kidding me? That dog is like a multi-millionaire.
And that guy earns more money than you, Mike.
Yeah, that dog earns more money than I do.
He doesn't even need it. Like he only needs like a nice bone every week.
Well, that's all I need, to be fair.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Like next year, they're like, I'm coming there and you're sitting on a little chair with that t-shirt on. This is Mike. Yeah. Mike, show us your new filter. I got hair now, look!
I'm so fluffy.
I'm so fluffy. Look at this beard, it's so fluffy.
It's so soft. Isn't that a Pomeranian? Yeah, I think it is a Pomeranian dog.
Yeah, totally.
I know my dog breeds. I'm a dog lover.
No,
but yeah.
I wonder if you could use a portable power bank charging the Go. Yeah, I don't know how much power it needs. Like that's I mean it's some kind of phone after all, right?
Yeah, like I've actually got one myself. I'll show you that.
The dog has more hair, says Paradise DK.
Yeah. So I use like a power bank like this, like a RAV power one, and it's got some USB ports on the side. So when I go traveling, I always take this with me. And if your phone needs a boost, you can just boost it using that. So I'd imagine you could probably do something similar with the Go as well. So if you're maybe at an airport or you want to sort of watch a movie on a plane wearing the Go, then you could probably use something like that to power it at the same time, right?
Yeah. Also, going back to the convo we had about like using the Go while being wired, it's not gonna happen. So Oculus doesn't recommend charging the headset while using it, likely due to added heat buildup.
Oh, that's interesting. So you can't actually wear it tethered as such next to a power bank to keep.
Well, they say they don't recommend it. Doesn't say you can't do it.
Right. But
yeah, I don't know.
But they think that that's going to get like quite hot on your face. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Lenses getting fucked up because like every time you like heat builds up inside, you need to wipe them again. I don't know. I don't know where the air filters are or like that. You know. I mean the Focus also had that. It had like a filter on the front and also on top. Like it needs to blow off the heat somewhere, so I don't know where on the Go you have that. Did you see anything on that where you know where the heat is like getting blown to?
So it has got like a bit of a nose gap like the Rift has, so maybe it uses the same sort of design to get rid of the heat that build up in that sort of eye area.
Yeah, but I mean this thing is going to get much hotter than a Rift.
Yeah, maybe. Apparently on the website it says you can check out the contents of the box, so it'll be interesting to see what's in the box. That guy as well said he just watched a review. Looks awesome. So apparently the reviews are positive so far, which is good news.
Okay.
I'm just going to quickly check on the website and see if I can see this contents of the box. I'd be intrigued. Maybe I can show it on the stream as well. Let's see. Anything else going on in the chat?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there is anything else going to happen, but we will just watch until the end for just in case, But yeah, I don't know. I think we will see some more at Oculus Connect, you know, where they really let some developers do a talk maybe, and then let them show their games, things like that, you know?
Yeah. So I'm just going to see, they might have a new video on their website, which I'll be able to show on the stream. Yes, it is a new video, so I can show that on stream.
Okay.
So let me just organize that in the background right now. Get rid of this boring F8. Live stream.
So where did they upload a video?
So if you go to Oculus and you click on Go,
Yeah.
then a page will load. It says open your eyes, and then you can say where it says buy, just say watch video, and there is a video there. So what I'll do is I'll wait for you, and then we can both click it together.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me just switch over view, and then we can all watch this new video together.
So I can scroll through this a lot. There's like a lot of stuff going on. So where can I find this video?
So next to the buy button, it says at the very, very top, next to the buy button in blue, there is a watch video button.
Watch video button.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, yeah, okay. Okay, wait. Oh. Let me just pause the music here for a second.
Yeah.
Here you go.
So for those in the chat, we're just going to watch the Oculus Go video from the Oculus website. So hopefully this will be interesting.
Yeah.
So shall I do a little countdown?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hype is real. I feel like we're doing something quite exciting now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Open your eyes. You are a fisherman in the Pacific, a weaver in the Philippines, and a journalist on the front lines. You are a hunter, and you are the hunted. You're front row, backstage, and you're the one we came to see. You act with kindness, and you fight with courage. You swim the depths of the oceans and float the heights of the skies. You walk on top of the world. You watch the world fall, and you are someone else's world. You are with family. You are with friends. You are with ancestors. You are lost. You are found. You are tiny, and you are infinite. Live every story. Because when you learn to love a life different from your own, the world becomes a little closer.
Okay, well, it doesn't really show much there. But what I did notice is, how is it called? VTime is in there? VTime? Surprisingly enough, they didn't use Facebook Spaces, they used VTime.
Yeah, that was the one around the campfire, right?
Yeah, it is. It is, so I was like, huh? Plus, I also saw some old footage from Intro to Virtual Reality from Oculus Home. You know, you have that 360 you can play with that dinosaur that is looking into your eyes, and like I did see some old stuff there as well. But I mean, it's a nice video, no offense, but it doesn't really tell me much about what I really can. It almost shows you like you can be at every moment, but at this moment it's not possible yet.
So interestingly, yeah, you're right. Like they didn't talk about any like gaming experiences or anything like that. Really, like highlighting any sort of like the sort of big games that they're announcing, like
Well, games, I mean experiences or or artistic stuff where there's like an artist telling what they usually do and they use Oculus Go to, you know what I mean? But these videos are usually like a part of the plan.
So interestingly, on the website, we were talking about like accessories, like in terms of like prescription lenses. You can actually buy prescription lenses directly from Oculus, it seems, from the website. It says prescription lens inserts. Oculus Go is designed to be worn comfortably with or without glasses, but you can choose to purchase compatible VirtuClear prescription lenses from Frames Direct that easily insert into your headset. So how do I learn more about that then? It says accessory coming soon. Oh, okay, so you can actually buy the lenses for £58 right now here in the UK. So that is interesting. And it even has a video showing how to put them in the headset. So should we play that video as well?
Yeah.
So if you scroll down from the original video, it's right almost at the bottom of the site. And then so I can...
I do see another video, but it's the same one we played.
No. It's like if you right at the very bottom, just before like the email part, you can put your email in, and there'll be a section where it says accessories, and it'll be like a prescription lenses.
Yeah, learn more.
Yeah. So if you click on learn more, then it takes you to a site, and it's got a video embedded in it, a YouTube video.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay, so let me just.
So.
50% off. Oh, that's nice. I get a 50% off when I go to this website. I didn't even buy anything yet. I already get 50%. Oh, I like that.
So should I do a countdown again?
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Installing lens inserts. This is interesting. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Wow. There you go. You can have prescription lenses for your Oculus Go right there. That's actually pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about that because I actually do wear glasses, prescription lenses in my Rift. So I think that's pretty useful. And yeah, you know, like 60 quid is probably worth it, right? If you use it all the time.
I mean, on the video, it looks like it's easy to do. So let's hope for the best. Yeah, she's just clicking it in with almost no pressure. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, like, it says that you can check out the Oculus Go in locations near you. So I just put in like my location, and it says that it is only available in America. So. There isn't any locations in the UK that you can do this with, so so let me see, find a demo, find a store. Like so United States are like on the site, it just says Amazon, Best Buy and Newegg, whereas obviously that's just America. So the only place that you can buy it seemingly outside of America right now is from Oculus.com. And they'll just ship it directly to you. So if you're looking to buy it in a store outside of the US, I think you're going to struggle, and you're better off just ordering one straight from Oculus if you're interested in getting one straight away.
Yeah, well, like we don't really know how the shipment is going to go, of course. Not yet.
Well, from people that have ordered one, they say between the 1st of May and 11th, right? So 10-day shipping, roughly, from Oculus Direct.
I think it's even faster to buy one from America than if you really want to have one now, you can have one in 2 days from America. So, but that's kind of expensive. I mean, it's only for the real fanboys that can't wait. Like I did with my Switch back then, where I paid too much to just get it right away because otherwise I had to wait.
Yeah. So eyeglasses adapter, that's what we just talked about. Oculus have apparently updated their Rifts webpage as well. Lol, still no stream. Switch, you actually missed it, mate. It was very, very brief. Unfortunately, you didn't really miss anything because what happened was they talked about Facebook for a long, long time. And then Mark Zuckerberg mentioned, obviously, virtual reality is going to be integral to how we sort of communicate and interact with each other in the future. And then he goes, by the way, big reveal, the Oculus Go is coming out today and you can get one for free right now. So it was a little bit disappointing in terms of like a sort of a keynote that they really sort of hyped up for this event, but then it sort of doesn't really feel like they made the impact that they probably should have done. You probably feel the same way about it, right, dude? Yeah.
Well, as I said before, it was like a developer conference, so, but still, they could have done a little more. I mean, the video they got now on their website, they could have showed that.
Yeah, they didn't even show that video, did they? Or talk really any more about that, which seems a bit of a waste of opportunity.
I love those videos where they show like development studios, working on like a certain title with like the new hardware they have. So I mean, I don't know. It's I think we have seen it all, Mike. I think we can wrap this up. I don't think there is going to be something extra here. We will hear some more announcements for sure, I guess, and especially with Oculus Connect, we have a more broader view on what's available for the Go. Because I mean, right now, of course, some developers had one for a while and they could develop, but there are also a lot of developers that got denied by Oculus and didn't get one from them, and they also had to wait until now. They had to buy it with the consumers, and now they have to start developing. So,
so I'm just being told that apparently if you go on the Oculus YouTube channel, they've got some other promotional Go videos there. So I'm just going to check that before we wrap this one up. So we might just be able to show something else quickly before we go. But yeah, thank you for everyone to join the stream. I apologize it wasn't quite as exciting as we probably wanted it to be, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with us because it's always fun to interact with you guys and girls and hear what you're up to and that kind of thing. So they've only got the promo video from the website that we already played. They've got some new trailers for like Elevator to the Moon and some Pet Lab, Republic as well, VR. So they have announced some other games, but I'm going to check them out myself rather than show them on the stream. So I'll probably say we've got maybe a couple of minutes left. So if you've got any questions, I would say now is the time to ask some questions. We'll have 2 minutes before we wrap up this stream. So interestingly, while I'm waiting for your questions, I've just got an order update. Your order has been processed and is preparing for shipping. So apparently my order is preparing to be shipped. And we were right. It's coming from Dublin in Ireland. So that is interesting. So if you ordered one in the UK or in Europe, it's going to come from Ireland, so it's not going to take that long to get to where you are. So here we go. Let's see if we've got any questions from the chat. Watok, I'm off to Skyrim. Good luck, dude. Slaying those dragons. Beat Saber reviews coming. Indie Gamer, if you want to check out the video on my channel right now, you'll be able to see the Beat Saber video and my review. Spoiler alert, it's friggin' awesome.
It's funny, like I check my emails now. I'm getting a lot of emails of like press releases of like, hey, Nathie, I gotta go game this and I gotta go game that.
Yeah, it's funny.
Like they were all waiting for that moment. Like, oh hey, the Go launch, and we didn't, of course, knew, and that's funny.
Exactly. It's funny. Like I had the same thing. I checked it, and it was like, oh, by the way, we can talk about this now. So you know, yeah, that's cool. Paradise Decay, I'm off to beat my Saber. Well, good luck with that, dude. You still haven't topped our high scores yet, so you need to get some more practice in. Right. So I think That is good for now. We've been streaming for 2 hours. Unfortunately, only about 5 minutes of a
that was
Facebook
like,
stream.
I was ready for some real like entertaining popcorn stuff.
Me too. It's a shame. Sorry to disappoint you guys in that sense, but hopefully we've kept you entertained for the stream anyway, and sort of kept you informed with what the Oculus Go and everything else. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're interested in hearing us more talk about VR, we'll probably be talking more about it on the upcoming VR Inside podcast, which is coming this Saturday. Just so you're aware also that the timings are going to be changing slightly. It's going to be later on in the day. Yeah. But we'll be putting an announcement about that very soon on Twitter and on Facebook. So if you follow us on Twitter and you follow us on Facebook, you'll get the updates as we put them out. Yeah. And we'll be talking more about it on the podcast.
And also, if you want to get updated with the latest stuff we are talking about, VR, AR, whatever, you know, we always post stuff on our Twitter account. So if you are interested in that, links are in the description below. So just... yeah, if you want to, you can follow us, and we can always answer your questions there as well. So, I mean, I love it when you ping me and you ask me something or you tweet me something funny. I mean, I also like memes. So if you like memes,
he loves a meme.
Some Oculus Go memes, please go for it.
Yeah, I want to see your best Mark Zuckerberg green screen.
Let's have a contest.
If you can post those, that will be very nice indeed. Yeah. But yeah, you're right, Nathie. Nathie was right. Like, we post a lot of stuff behind the scenes on our Twitter and Facebook, so they're the best places to check out what's going on with us. Yeah. So thanks again for being part of the live stream. We really appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you next on the episode of the VR Inside podcast.
That's right. Bye bye. See you later.